boy Styles with westcoaststyles.com. And man, I've got the great Planet Asia in the house today. Respected lyricist, genius lyricist. Man, let me tell you something. I remember back in the early, I'd say like 2002, 2003, I'd visit all the local shops here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and your name was just coming up everywhere. Mixtape
What's up?
with Strong Arm Steady and
Right.
Self Scientific, and man, you guys were just really. I remember when you first came out, man. It was like, yo, this Planet Asia guys, man. Wow, he's lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
like you guys came after the gangsta scene in on the West Coast, and you guys provided a sense of lyricism and creative hip hop to the scene.
You talking about Strong Arm Steady?
You,
Oh,
Strong Arm Steady,
you keep
Self
saying you got
Scientific.
everybody. Planet Asia. I am Planet Asia. I'm not a group.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, because
you,
so many people always think they refer to me like I'm a group. Like
no. I'm just saying you came out at that
oh
time.
hell yeah, all of us. Yeah, we definitely that was you talking about the golden indie era. That's that golden indie era. Around 97, 98, 99,
Yeah,
2000. Yeah,
and it carried on to like 2000,
yeah,
2001,
yeah, yeah,
2002. Yeah, because
yeah,
I'd go to Amoeba and
yeah,
you'd perform.
yeah. That's when
Strong Arm Steady would perform.
that's when Cali Agents came out in 2000.
Yeah,
Yep, yep,
that
yeah.
was just a wonderful time, though. You guys provided a refreshing scene to the West Coast.
Yes, sir.
You know, so
Yeah.
why don't you just give some of these people a history lesson about yourself when you
Mm-hmm.
first started rhyming and so forth, and how you got into the scene, basically.
I got into the scene. Well, I started rhyming in the '80s as a kid, but that wasn't serious. Nothing serious. I got professional in '97.
Mm.
Uh, I my first international thing was a compilation called Rules to the Game. I think that was called Rules to the Game. It had like Zion I, Mr. Game, all the people from that era from the Bay
Yeah.
Area at that time. Then I jumped on Rascal's album. That was the Stone Store release, like one of the first Stone Store releases.
Uh-huh.
And that was like a big deal. That's what kind of like springboard. And then I was on My Vinyl Weighs a Ton. So I was just bouncing around doing like little singles here and there. And then the song that I did on My Vinyl Weighs a Ton, we ended up remixing it. That's when I first met Madlib. And then we did the Madlib remix and I had Madlib rhyme on it. And then that was out of here. That was crazy. And then, it was crazy after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, so that era was really special. Tell me like how you developed your style of rhyming and lyrics and stuff like that. What was your biggest influence, and and how'd you kind of develop it?
Everybody, man. I mean, shit, man. I think just the hip hop in general, the culture of what this is about. Y'all about to record? Yeah. All right. I think whatever all anything from like the beginning to now, I feel like I'm like a combination of all the shit I grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from 1986 to now. You know what I'm saying? Can't really put a particular style on it because I can kind of like chameleon into anything. But my like traditional hardcore hip hop lyrics and all that just come from rigorous training, rigorous
Mm-hmm.
rhyming. A bunch of nights with the homies,
Yeah.
working it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's second nature now. At this
Mm-hmm.
point.
Yeah. Have you always been Planet Asia, or did you go by anything else?
Yeah, I used to go by all kind of names. MCJ, Asiatic J, Asiatic X, Asiatic, and then Planet Asia.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So Asia's always been a part of your names, then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope, dope, dope. How'd you settle on Planet Asia?
because that's what we settled on. This is Planet Asia. The Earth is Planet Asia.
Okay,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? That's the original name of the planet.
Hmm. And when
Asia.
you came across that, you were like, you just automatically knew this is the one.
Well, I've been knowing that. I knew that before I was over seriously about rapping. Before I was Asia or Asiatic. When I was MCJ, I knew what Asiatic was.
Yeah.
I knew what Asiatic meant, and I knew that the Earth was called Asia. I already knew that.
Hmm.
But when I decided to, when I grew up to be I felt like in a on my way to be an established MC.
Hmm.
Maybe a year or two before that, that's when I came up with the name Planet Asia.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. It was before I made any kind of like real records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you know you were ready to be a professional MC? Like, what at what stage in your life? Like your teenage years, or what? Like, when did you know like you were ready for this?
Well, you will never know until you get in front of people that don't know you. So I would have to say around 12 years old when I did my first
Really?
show. Yeah.
Wow. You were
Yeah.
writing that young, huh?
I was already doing shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where?
In Fresno and all through the valley.
Hmm.
Yeah. Everywhere in the valley, from Madera, I mean, just wherever, talent shows, whatever, anywhere where there was a mic, we was getting busy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, my brother.
And at 12, were you like really
It,
lyrical,
it was.
or was
I mean, for that time, yeah. I mean, I
yeah?
guess for that time, you could say I was lyrical. I definitely wasn't using no primitive styles.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But for that time, I definitely was like, I'm not rhyming like the dudes that came before me. I'm rhyming on a different,
Yeah.
at a higher rate. You know,
Wow. That's cool, man.
I don't think nobody that was older than me at that time wanted to have any back and
Hmm.
forth with me on no rap shit.
Wow.
At 12 and 13, nah, because that's when it was the shift that happened. So it was like a lot, it's shifts that happened. It was big in hip hop. There were great big shifts. So if you didn't latch on to the shift, you would get smoked. So it was just like, you know, I knew how to latch on to the shift. And by me being young at that time, it was like being young and rhyming like you're 20 something. If I'm 12 and I'm already rhyming like I'm 21,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? Or even being able to go back and forth with dudes that was 21 all the time, you know, it makes me more advanced.
Yeah.
You
Wow,
know, man?
that's pretty dope, man. You know, to have that experience, you know what I mean? The
And
stage experience.
this is just on the street level rap. When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like just street rapping. You know what I mean? Like just on the streets, at the park, at the basketball park, or whatever. Whoever think they got it, you see what they got. But it wasn't like battling like today where you just be disrespectful. It was just like who has the better rhyme. Say
Sure.
your rhyme. Let me hear your rhyme, and then I spit my rhyme. Everybody like, oh, he got you. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't gonna be
Yeah.
able to be better than me.
Wow. That's
I
pretty
would make
dope. You
sure.
know, a lot of people don't talk about the Fresno scene.
Yeah.
You know, but to me it sounds like you guys were really deep into
It
you
was
know,
all yeah. Yeah, I mean, you go all the way back to when Killer Tay first moved to Fresno. It was always we was hip hopped out, man. We was always staying active and we everybody had ambition. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It was always that ambition to get on. You know what I'm saying? And or just be noticed at that time. And it was about who was nice, who really had it.
Yeah. That's pretty dope that you have like stage experience, especially that young.
Yeah, that was the
Because you know, a
most
lot of people
important. That's the most important part. I feel like to this
yeah,
day. You know,
yeah.
you got to be able
Yeah,
to do it live.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's such a missing element, especially in today's hip hop scene. I mean, I see so many people perform, and I can kind of tell, like, wow, they haven't really been on a stage, You know what I
Right.
mean? There's something about stage presence and being
Right.
able to move the crowd and being able to just do things at the right time.
Right.
Timing and all that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's pretty dope that you got that stage experience that early in your life. Pretty dope, man. Pretty
Yeah.
dope. So what is your philosophy on hip hop? Like your style and stuff like that. What are you out to do when you rhyme? Like, do you have like a specific goal when your records?
That question has layers to it because me personally, it depends on what the song is, but
Yeah,
for me, if it's something that I'm really, really, well, now I'm always gonna be into it because I wouldn't write to it if it wasn't mine. I try to outdo myself, but in different ways. Not like I don't try to out rap myself every time, but I try
yeah,
to do things different or kind of like challenge myself to certain things sometimes. Like let me see if I can get through this. Will I be able to write something that will be relatable in this about this, or
yeah,
can I go left? Can I really do something go left, 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 and will it still be fresh? Now, if I can make it fresh and still go left, oh, now I got something going. You know,
yeah,
so it's just challenges sometimes because you don't want to just keep beating a dead horse or doing. You don't never. I don't like to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I understand that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll try to up the what's up the mark, up the
Hmm.
benchmark.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty dope because you're a veteran in this game now. You know what I mean? You're a veteran and it's pretty dope to see veterans still push themselves. You know what I mean? I know it maybe maybe it's harder nowadays. I don't know. Because you're the MC, the veteran MC. But I mean, um, sometimes you see veterans that don't really push themselves anymore. That they're
Right.
just kind of like just they've done their thing and they're settled and stuff like that. But it's good to see you like challenge yourself
Yeah.
still to this day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all it's about. It's being creative. A creative challenge is healthy. That's a healthy thing to do. You know what I mean? It's brain exercise.
Yeah. So man. So I understand you're working with my boy Polyrob, man, these days.
Yeah, we got a
Um,
project about to drop called Dividing Pies and Counting Cake. You know what I'm saying? No, Dividing Pies and Cutting Cake. Yeah, Dividing Pies and Cutting Cake. That's the name of the
uh,
album. Raised.
that that's dope. I've known Polyrob for years. Through my boy Big Y, they were like working together for the longest time, and Rob was always
Yeah,
working on his craft, on the
yeah.
beats and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool that you two were able to come together. How did this all come together, you two?
Man, we've been working for a while, man. Shit. Before we started working on this project, we was working. We was working. I know him through a brother named Badru.
Uh huh.
Yeah, my brother Badru, from Lamert Park. And we all, me and Polly Rob always talked about doing a project. So we just started working like a few months ago and chipping at it and chipping at it. And I would just come through and knock them out. Pow, 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 pow. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's how it went. You know?
Nice.
So I
When
do that
when
with a lot of producers, a lot of times,
yeah. When's this project
I
coming
got
out? Do you guys have a date on it yet?
I have a project. Oh, I don't know yet. I don't even
Okay.
know on neither one of them. But I got with him, I have the Poly Rob, and then I have the Evidence album. The
Oh,
Evidence
nice.
produced. Yeah, Evidence produced the whole project for me. Then I have a DJ Scratch. I got a DJ Scratch album that's finished. Me and DJ Scratch. So it's like I got a lot of projects about to drop, man, back to back to back to back. Like this shit is gonna be insane. Trust
Nice,
me.
man. You got the
Uh,
gun loaded, it sounds like. Wow.
yeah, the
You
gun
ready to
is super loaded, man. It's it's super loaded.
I love it. I love
Uh,
it. Yeah, I remember I paid you a visit years ago. You had a studio on Victory Boulevard in Burbank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're still there or not, but I remember I visited you a couple of times there. And we did some interviews and stuff like that.
Right.
Back, and then I remember you in Lamert Park.
Right.
You
Right.
had a house there, and I was
Yeah.
yeah, so man, I'm just glad to see you doing your thing, and because we need this. We
Yeah.
need
Of
this kind of
course.
hip hop,
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need someone that just that could drop them bars. So tell me, who are some of your favorite lyricists these days?
My favorite lyricist.
Yeah, like is there anybody that you're feeling
I would
nowadays that
have
like?
to say my favorite lyricist is. I don't have no favorites.
No?
My favorite is everybody from Gold Chain. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, nobody can fuck with Tri-State. Nobody. Nobody can fuck with Killer Band. Nobody can fuck with Montage. Got my man K Burns. I mean, like shit. My man A plus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the chain, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep going. My man Pip James. Um, shit. Nobody fucking with us. I don't got no
Mm.
favorite lyricists. My
Okay.
favorite lyricist is Gold Chain, man.
All right, brother. I feel
You know
that.
what I
I
mean?
feel that. You know
Peace
what I
to
mean?
everybody else, but ain't nobody fucking with us.
I feel that. Can you tell me a little bit about the Evidence album? Because
That shit
that's
crazy. That shit is crazy. Yo, when y'all hear that shit, oh my bad. Can you hold on. My bad. Did I just pause right now? My bad.
it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, that shit right there is a classic. I mean, it's called Rule of Thirds.
It's called what?
Rule of Thirds.
Okay.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. Like every song.
And it's just straight.
You know how evidence is on the beats.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
remember when I first found out that he was a producer.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised because I always knew him as a lyricist, and then
Nah,
I remember I think I found out he was a producer through you. I,
word?
we were talking one time.
Nah, man. He did all that dilated shit. You know what
I
I'm saying?
know, but I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
remember I was at your house
Right.
and you had some beats from him, and I was like,
Oh shit, you went back.
yeah, brother.
Damn, you went back with it.
Yeah,
If I had some
and I
evidence
was
beats,
like, shit, man. I was
that's a
like,
cool, yeah.
yeah, I was like, he's a producer, and I was like, and
Right.
you were like, yeah, I got all these beats from him, and I was like,
Right.
yo, that's
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
he's ill. And shout out to Evidence. His album is out right now too. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But my man, you know who else will be? I would have to say, who up there right now? My man Husk Kingpin. Um, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dope stuff. Well, bro, I can't wait for all this stuff to come out. I know you don't really have release dates yet, but when they
Yeah, you'll know
do,
about it. You'll know about it as soon as I drop it. Soon as it come, I'll let you know. Well,
yeah.
you'll know. You'll hear the shit. Trust me. Actually, I'm about to shoot a video tonight for one of the joints off the Poly Rob album.
Okay.
As we speak. Yep.
Dope shit, man. Well, brother, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go about your business because I
Yes,
know you're a
sir,
busy
man.
man. But man, I really appreciate you taking this time to
Always a pleasure.
to come on
Hold on.
westcoaststyles.com. Before we
Hold on.
leave though, can
Hold
I
on.
get a drop for
Say what's up.
westcoaststyles.com?
Say what's up to everybody. Say what up to Funk P. What's happening with it? Ronnie.
Yo.
We here working, man. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Hey, before we leave, can I get a drop for westcoaststyles.com?
I
Please?
got you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Planet Asia Medallions, and you're now tuned into West Coast Styles. Peace.
Peace. All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate it. And man, stay tuned for all the stuff coming from Planet Asia, everybody. It's
One
coming.
love for reals. And check me out. Go to Instagram, Planet Asia Medallions at Instagram. Twitter is just Planet Asia. You know what I'm saying? And you can go to my merch, medallionsmerch.com.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, bro. Have a good,
Peace.
wonderful evening.
One.